Hello, the book that I've chosen today is a very special book because it is about the honouring those who have fallen in wars throughout our Australian history. And it is a story that I've chosen particularly to remember Anzac Day. And it is called When the War is Over by Jackie French, and the illustrator is Anne Squidvillis. And it is a book by Angus and Robertson. And my name, of course, is Anne. I'm the Mayor of Burnside, and it is my pleasure to read this story on this particularly different occasion for our celebration of Anzac Day, because there will be no marches, there will be no services, but there will be wreaths laid, and people will be remembered. And people are also being encouraged to light a candle at dawn and put it in a place where others can see that candle, or if they can't, it's in your house so that you can remember those who gave their lives for us so that we can be in the wonderful country that we are in today. So when the war is over. When the war is over, they say the world is free. When the guns have stopped their snarling, you'll come back to me. In a train within a forest, they signed the war away. Those generals and emperors can bring you home today. That was 1918, the end of World War I, armistice. We washed Woofer and Tuffy. Gran filled the biscuit tin. I don't know why she's crying. All Pa can do is grin. 1919, the World War I peace treaty. I tried to smile to say goodbye. My handkerchief was dry. But now your hand is warm in mine, I am allowed to cry. 1920, World War I troops still returning home to Australia. Your letters on the table for each of us to read grew stickier with jam crumbs till our land was freed. 1945, World War II, Victory in Europe Day. I listened for your footsteps. I knew one day you'd come. We'll round up sheep together. Now the war is done. 1945, World War I, Victory in the Pacific Day. Although the war is over, each night I hear you cry, is there still a heaven in that mushroomed sky? 1945 to 1952, the occupation of Japan. Your face is still a stranger's. Mum says I should be glad. Tomorrow I will learn to hug the man who is my dad. 1948 to 1960, the Malayan emergency. A small line darkly scribbled on a map from far away, that the ice that was my midnight heart has melted here today. 1950 to 1953, Australians involved in the Korean War. We gazed upon a million days like new leaves on a tree. Who knew that this would be the way that you'd come back to me? 1963 to 1966, involved in the Indonesian confrontation. The crying and the pleading as the final choppers rose, the helpless and the bleeding at war's bitter, bloody close. 1962 to 1975, the Vietnam War. Politicians talk of heroes. What really have we done? If just one girl can dream of school, then we can say you've won. 1990 to the present day, the Gulf Wars and Afghanistan, we still have troops in that country. The dogs of hatred growled again when Timor said we're free. Now a child can sleep in safety. You've come back to me. 1999 and 2011, the Timor-Leste War. Peace is tissue blossom, a whisper on the wind. Its leaves of gold and shadow, catch just one, you win. Peacekeeping in Kashmir, Cyprus, Cambodia, Somalia, and Haiti. Now the war is over and some small space is free. Though somewhere guns are snarling, you've come back to me. And this book was dedicated to their father, Donald Searle, who served in World War II and left us far too soon. And there was a candle alight in his memory. So I hope you all light candles on Anzac morning, on the 25th of April, on Saturday. We will remember them.